And then Mawa. Mawa is situated in Malawi, which is also um, visa free or visa on arrival, which our guy helps you with. Nyasa Air that runs this route is we're a minor shareholder of it, which is another reason we are so involved in our bamboo plantations, reforestation projects, etc., because we're trying to offset our carbon footprint through that. Um, but yeah, it's you can either part of Wings of the Wheels. If you're not doing South Wang, but you're coming out of Lower Zam, we put you on Ethiopia to Lilongwe and then onto Lukomo. That's part of the Wings and Wheels. But Kayamawa can also be sold standalone, just like Tongabizi and Sindabisi can. We do get I don't know why you would, because I think these areas are amazing game viewing. But if your client is like, I want to go to the Kruger or I want to go to the Okavango Delta, you can add this on as well. Also, coming out of Tanzania, if you're like, I don't want to go to Zanzibar, you can bring them down because Kenya Airways comes directly in from Nairobi. Ethiopia from Addis Ababa, Airlink from South Africa. So you can sell this as a standalone. And we do have quite a lot of German agents that will sell a 7 day stay for clients on this beach. It's an 18 square kilometer. We're the only lodge on the island, which makes massive sense. It was the brother-in-law of the gentleman who owned Tongabizi. So they had the same concept of standard rooms and premier houses. We do close this lodge over certain periods because of the rain. It's not great to be on this island when it's raining. I suppose like any beach destination. But yeah, fresh water, warm all year round, 36, I mean, 36, 26 degrees upwards. So you can be on a winter safari and you can be swimming here in the winter. I've been here so many times. We've just installed the evening breezes in all the premier rooms. So they now have air conditioners. But your standard rooms are right at river level with direct access into what I call your big plunge pool. The premier rooms have plunge pools in them. All organic foods. We've introduced the valet system here, which is no mean feat because a lot of people, this island community, do not even speak English. So we've had to do night classes of English, sending our most senior valets here. That's jumping in from a standard room to come and train with them. We did a whole valet workshop. We're doing one in February for all the valets. We're flying them from all the properties down to Tongabizi, putting them up in Tongabizi, blocked off, and doing a whole valet workshop. And yeah, so that's quite important. We support the community quite a lot. We have a marimba band, and this here is the marimba band. And sorry, I've gone blank. What is his name? Sorry, I've gone blank. The gentleman who owns that band. Nowhere do you engage more authentically with community than here. I took a holiday of agents in November. I took them to the cathedral. They watched the community worship on a Sunday, made their hair stand on end. They, outside the church, chatted to kids and children and people and went to the marimba markets. And you can take an electric bike and go in, or you can take a guide with you. You can go to visit our many projects on this island. That's what it looks like when you're there. I forget sometimes that I'm always surprised, like it's not a sea because it feels and looks like one. And you're not knocking heads with other people while you snorkel. Obviously, it's a different snorkeling experience, but we actually have a tour operators that book specifically big groups coming in here to dive once a year. Dive World, they come in once a year with a group. Because it's such unique diving. David Attenborough has done something on this lake every single planet Earth because there are some crazy amount of cichlids. And all these cushions here you also see in all of our other properties as well. This is made by the Women's Project and that circle there is actually a nest that one of the male cichlids makes. Perfect symmetrical, so uses stones and shells at the bottom of the lake to attract females, and they've put them on these cushions now. Skiing, water tubing, massages, canoeing, cycling, snorkeling. I mean, it's just, there's so much to do. So, and you don't have to get in a boat and go and do it. In other words, unless you're water skiing or you're tubing, but you can snorkel from the beach. You can dive from the beach, which is interesting. And that's the cathedral I was talking about. And then this is the ladies' project. This is that circle nest of the cichlid I was referring to. This is the rudimentary way that they sandblast glass and make the glass chandeliers. This is recycled copper from Giza. These are bush willow pods that they've painted. This is termite mud that they roll and then let it harden, and then they paint them white, black, or blue. They also have molds that they make sandblasted beads and intersperse them. You can see it in this actual chandelier. So yeah, wholly run by the ladies here on this little island. It's amazing what they produce.